Hey guys, how's it going today? My name is SarahTube and welcome to my first low-level money-making guide for Classic WoW. My last video got tons of great feedback, so thank you all for the awesome support as I look to cover more Classic WoW content for you guys and bring you more gold making guides and strategies so you can have all the gold you'll ever need in-game. The low-level money-making guides are a series that I'm going to start on the channel as I think some people can greatly benefit from learning how to make gold from a low level. I struggled a ton back in true vanilla with making gold, and I wish I knew then what I know now. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make tons of gold by just reselling recipes that you can buy from vendors across the world. You can resell these recipes on the auction house for a significant markup in most cases, sometimes being able to resell these recipes for a gold or more than you actually bought it from the vendor. And people are actually willing to buy these recipes on the auction house because they either don't know where to buy them in game or they're just too lazy to go out there and get it. I'll be showing you my favorite recipes to resell, where to collect them, and the route I take every time I go to buy more recipes. The best part about this moneymaker is that there is no level requirement to do it. You can do this at any level, you just need a little bit of starting gold. It is also extremely beneficial if you have an auction house add-on such as Auctionator or Auctioneer, as these will show you the potential profit that you can make on the spot by reselling the recipes to the auction house. So to start our recipe collection run, the first place we're actually going to go to is Menethil Harbor. The recipe that we're looking to buy here is the Rainbow Fin Albacore recipe. This is a cooking recipe that is sold from Stuart Fleming, who is on the docks of the harbor. The Rainbow Fin Albacore tends to be the best performing recipe from this vendor, but occasionally you can resell other recipes he has for some profit, such as the Mithril Trout recipe I know is a good one, and the Rockscale Cod can also be very good. Just keep in mind that these two recipes have a little larger of an upfront investment and they cost a little bit more to buy, which is why I usually just pick up the Rainbow Fin Albacore, as I can turn these around for about 30 to 35 silver on the auction house and it only costs about 4 silver to buy. Every time you go to these vendors, you can see which recipes are going to be the most profitable if you have Auctionator or Auctioneer, because it actually shows you what these recipes are selling for on the auction house. So again, I highly recommend having one of these add-ons as it's extremely helpful in determining which recipes are going to be the most profitable. In my experience though, the Rainbow Fin Albacore is giving you the best return on your money, so pick up a couple of those. Okay, once you're finished at Menethil Harbor, just picking up a few of those recipes there, the second recipe you're going to want to get is the Roast Raptor recipe in Arathi Highlands. This can be bought from Hammond Karn in the Refugee Point Camp. I found that the Roast Raptor recipe is one of the least competitive recipes that I've found that you can actually buy in the world out of all the ones that I've tested, and usually when I go to sell it, I'm the only one who has any of them listed, or if there is someone else, it's usually only one other person. The Roast Raptor recipe is a little bit more on the expensive side. These go for about 45 silver each from the vendor, so it is actually relatively expensive. I wouldn't buy any unless you can sell it for 1 gold or more. Again, hopefully you have the Auctionator add-on so you can actually see what it is going for on the auction house. There is also another recipe here that's called the Barbed Buzzard Wing, but I haven't been able to sell these for a big profit. Usually I don't buy them, but if you are interested in checking the Barbed Buzzard Wing out, it can be bought from Narge Deep Slice, who is right across the way from Hammond. The last recipe along the route that tends to be the most profitable recipe for me is the Sagefish Delight recipe, which is by far the most in-demand recipe that we have. I used to think that this recipe could only be bought in Booty Bay, so literally before yesterday, I was starting my recipe runs in Booty Bay, and it took me twice as long to collect my recipes. Luckily though, I found a spot right along our route that you can actually buy the Sagefish Delight recipes from, which saves us a lot of time and actually increases our gold per hour. Anyway, you can buy the Sagefish Delight recipe in Southshore from Mika Yance, who sells it for 45 silver each. As usual, check your auction house add-ons to ensure that you can resell the recipe for your profit, and I usually get consistently around a 55 silver profit every time I'm able to sell one of these Sagefish Delight recipes, so to me it's a really good moneymaker for almost no effort. This is also one of the most high demand recipes that you can buy from the vendor, again in my experience. I really don't wait too long to sell these. It's kind of competitive to sell them. A lot of other people are trying to do the same thing, buy the recipes and resell them to the auction house, but most of the time I sell every single one within the first day of actually buying them. Really think you should check out this recipe. It is a really good one to resell. Overall, I really do like this moneymaker. I just like how there's no level requirement for doing this. Once you unlock the flight paths, you can come here whenever you want to pick up more recipes. Usually it will take 4 to 5 days to sell all of the recipes back on the auction house, but the no effort gold is completely worth it in my opinion. Each route run usually takes me 15 minutes total to fly from Stormwind and to pick up all the recipes and hearth back. The 15 minutes spent and the additional 5 minutes spent listing the items on the auction house usually nets me about 5 to 6 gold on average in profits for the effort that I'm putting in. It might not seem like a lot considering how long it takes, but if you did this weekly for a month, you'd have 20 gold, and that's 1/5 of the way to your first mount from level 1 with no other qualifications. That's not too bad if you ask me. I also wanted to mention there were 2 more items which I know are really good items to resell, and I actually was reselling these in the beginning of Classic WoW. I don't do it anymore in game because it is too competitive. These are the Expert Cookbook and the Expert Fishing Book that allow you to reach a skill level of 225 in each respective skill. These were really amazing to resell in the beginning of Classic, but now though, I find it extremely hard to actually sell these items as a lot of people are trying to do the same thing and resell those exact books, and honestly, it's not worth the effort competing with these people. Some people will sell it for a 25 silver markup, which really is just not worth your time going out, spending 1 gold and selling it for 25 silver on the auction house, just for the auction house to take a cut of that profit and you to be left empty-handed. But I am aware of this moneymaker and I was using it in the beginning to make me some early gold. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have you guys done any other vendor reselling in Classic WoW so far? Have you made tons of gold doing so? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you guys are buying and all your gold making secrets. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned to the channel for more gold making guides to come as I continue my low level gold making series. Leave a like and I'll see you all in Azeroth.